perfect. Kinda good. Sorta good. Still refreshing. Bless you.
Thank you.
Here we go. All right. Finally. And we're back. With 2 minutes to spare. Wall Banger, Snow, Marvin D, Herbert Garcia, Bad Andy. Hello, 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 hello. We are, wow, cutting it real close. Less than a minute to go for the daily candle close. Let's see what we got here. 3/11/2019. We had a lot of selling today from what we can see here. Is this today? No, that's the 8th. No, this is the selling. Okay. Nothing crazy on the 5-minute chart. That's all right. We got 30 seconds to go for the close. We broke, let's see, we broke our, we broke trend, came down, partial retest, back in range, lost range, dropped back down to our old range. We can fly this guy over. Something like that. Dipped into it, found support, came back. Now we're in the middle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's a wrap on the candle. Let's take a look and see what we got going for us here. So, a lot of selling that we had. Probably already knew that. Okay, come on, computer. You can do it. Oh, boy. Well, we're going to have to give that a minute to catch up and be a responsible computer like it's supposed to be. It's working on it. It's working on it. We are we're stuck. The chart's stuck. It wants to load. It just it can't quite figure out, you know, up from down and left to right. So it's doing its thing. Let's see how chat's doing. How about that? Keep whistling. I forgot that I started it and I was sliding back and forth to the other computer, and then when I went to go start it, realized that, well, I guess I already started. Yep, that's all right. Collected 12.5 from ARN, thanks to the fib on Trading Room. Now all in on KNC. Just hit auto buy log, and it will. No, it's Ricky. It ain't that. It's the lag on the computer. Let's see, Trading Room every day, can't see turning now, sticky keys, not sticky, just dead, that's all. It's when you take a computer and you kill it, and then you ask a lot of it, it doesn't want to do the things that it needs to do when you need it to do them. That's okay though. It's coming back. Partially coming back. All right, now let's talk about our candle close here. What do we got? We opened at 38.97 50 We hit a high of 39.12, so not much there. 15 bucks. A low of 38.06. That's a little bit different. That's about $91. We closed at 38.45. So total we lost $52.50 or 1.35%. So not an overly drastic day, but it was, you know, more so than what we've seen in these other daily candles. Not a problem though. We still have support on range. That's fine. This is the ticket right here. So, you know, you talk about losing something. This is previous structure highs. You lose this. You get into this range here and you start losing this, that's a problem. But this, you don't want to lose because that's your current higher low, right? So you have, for trend, right, you have your low, your higher low, right? And then you have your high and your higher high. We haven't quite made that higher high yet. So if this does reverse course and work its way down and we paint a lower low, then clearly this would be a swing failure, and then this would be a failure on this side. So that's what we have for BTC. Nothing too crazy. 2 days of selling low in a row after one good bullish candle. The Hanging Man is a killer. Doesn't always play out. This time it did. Played out, gave us a bearish reversal, and then there you go. You got a day selling. Looks like buying started to come in and didn't really do much. 50 cents. So that's what we got on there. I'm gonna take a bite of my dinner here because I didn't time this very well. The new time change for me, it's not quite worked out dinner wise. So I'll mute the mic. But I'm gonna throw up the scanner in a second. All right, so what do we got? GRS BTC. Where did this guy come from? GRS BTC. GRS BTC. Did I look at this? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we looked at this. All right, hold on. Let's see what we got here. Man, look at that. So this is one of those ranges, right? I wanted it to break range and come back and test, but instead it decided that it was just going to smash through range and 1, 2, 3, 4 buy targets or 4 take profit targets. All in what? 1 day? Was I sleeping at the wheel yesterday? What happened here? Oh, this is already today. So we're already up 11%. Just from the candle close. Let's see. Earlier did 117. That's not even the whole story. The candle itself went 233% in a day. Yikes. Well, if you got it, that's awesome. Now, let me see something here. Okay, so, you know, because I like to keep things honest, I would have never gotten in this trade. Because I needed to break range. Let me show you why. And you probably already know, right? We painted this ranged out area. In other words, we came down, not super significantly, but we came down pretty good. Found ourselves a little level here. Bounced up a little bit. Attempted to break through. I don't know why this range is so high. This should be like way down here. Anyway. This should be down like here. Even like that would be a little better. Okay, anyway. We came down and then we started going, you know, range bound, right? You know, upper, failed, came back down, lower, fail, big try, big attempt, big fail, big try again, another big fail. So no confidence in any of these moves, right? None. So for me, I like to see a break range. Come back and retest it. Turn it into support. We could probably do like that. Come back in and retest. So then I would buy it a retest if I feel good about it. But I never got the retest. So I would have never taken this trade. But I do have targets on here. So I'm a little baffled as to what I was doing when I was looking at this. Maybe I was looking at it for somebody else and painted some thoughts, I guess. I'm not really sure. You guys might remember better than me. So via BTC, strong trend. 5-minute up to the 12 with only the daily sideways slightly bullish. Let's take a look at VIA. All right, VIA BTC smashing it today, or yesterday, I should say. Wow, look at that. Look at these things just killing it. 107. See now, again, this is something that like I would like to see it break range. Come back and retest. Now, you might think I'm crazy when I'm like, it might come back to retest, but it might come back to retest. I know. You paint 100% and then Chingas says it's all coming back. I know. It's not very nice. It's not nice. I hear you. But look at this candle. What happened here? Right? I don't say it just to say it. I say it because it's happened before. 12,488%. And then you lost everything. What's this candle? $89%. 89% in a day. Right? Came back, probably did another, whatever that is, maybe 80, 75%. Swung up for a little bit. This was one of its better moves, right? But look, you never made it back to the top. I mean, you never made it back to the top, ever. You're still waiting for it. You didn't even make it here, you're still waiting for it. All right. Anyway, let's take a look at our horizontals here. Let's see what we got going on. Like to lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. And let's see, significant reversal point is good. Significant reversal point is good. And I'm going to say this zone right here looks tempting to get a better eye on. All right, yeah, that's about it. All right, so on the daily, swing up. Didn't find a good place for it to stop. This is now it may make sense once we throw some fibs on here, but that's an interesting place to stop. I would check something real quick, like not really. Huh. Anyway, let's see what we got. So overall picture from bottom to current top, local move. We are looking at coming down to the 382 as of right now. Just for this move, let's see, we had a big move up, pull back, and big move, pull back. I'm okay with big pull, big pull, big pull. I'm okay with this run right here. This is more of a consistent run. Push up, pull back, push up, pull back, push up, pull back, spike. So, according to this, we are still 382. Horizontal support resistance, good place for it to find a little bit of support, which it's doing right now. That's cool. As far as coming back, let's see, is this thing coming all the way back? I could easily see this. I could see that. All right, previous structure high. Boom. Previous structure high. Right here. Decent zone for accumulation below it. Top part right through, right in the middle. And yeah, I mean it's good, but here's the deal, like even now I'm still not, I don't know if I'd buy this. I don't know if I'd buy this. I want to see a retest. All right? That's my deal. I want to see a retest, and on top of that, I don't trust this trend. We are 107% up. Look at this spike. Dump. spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, dump, spike, dump. Right? Pump and dump. Every time. So what I look for is trend, and then I look for trend continuation. And if I don't think there's going to be any sort of continuation in trend, well then why would I take the trade? Right? So I'd have to look at this a little bit further and see what the deal was. But I wouldn't, that's just me. Not financial advice. But no, this is not for me. There are other trades to be made, and it is not on VIA. That's for sure. All right, what else? Storage. Let me check chat real quick so that I could talk to you guys and maybe get another bite of Din Din over here. What do we got? Let me scroll. Wow, I missed a few things here. Somebody said tacos, though. That definitely caught my attention. What do we got here? Sticky key, no, my keyboard. Tacos. Love tacos, but no, this is much less exciting than tacos. Looking at past Binance updates and how the market reacted. On January 4, 2018, BTC went from 17K to 6K 2 days after the update. Yeah. Everybody's talking about that. I mean, I think it's coincidental, but let's be real. Binance, even though it's the largest exchange out there, I don't think their maintenance had anything to do with that. Let's see, stop loss, KNC 64. We'll pull that chart up in 1 second. So 11:14, BTC went from 6 to 4 after the update. That's awesome. Ivan T, what's happening? MTL? Yeah, we're going to look at KNC and then MTL. You got it. Yo, Heart Scout. What up? Scout's killing the game right now. Yes, no, pump and dump for sure. Yeah, I know. It's all good, Scout. Don't worry. I'm back. All right, so what we're going to look at. KNC, BTC. We'll scope that out. We'll take a look at MTL. Oh, man. See, this is great. All right, this is wonderful. So we hit our buy box. That's awesome. So we said we were looking for a pullback KNC, and this is what we were looking at as far as what may happen next. Just a cool 205%. Obviously, no guarantees and not financial advice, but this is what we were looking at because we were looking at the bigger picture. And I threw this chart up for a couple people, just in private. And they were like, "No way, dude." Like, yeah, you ain't going from 10K, down to 6. Someone said their buy targets were like, I don't know, 72 or like 8. And I'm like, 8? I'm like, no, dude, we lost that in a day, man. Just ride it out. Take a look at these previous moves and see how far they retraced. You know what I mean? And if they typically retrace to between the 618 and let's say the 786, then I got my buy zone. I even got it going a little bit lower. This is the zone, right? So this is your early entry. All right, this is your late entry, and then you could dip lower if you want your like Hail Mary entry. But this is what we do, right? Previous structure highs, retested. Now we could say that we were going to retest this, and we thought about it. I think that's where this. I think that's where that aqua line actually comes. No, that's previous structure. So yeah, so we're good. We're all right. Now, obviously, we needed to reverse and not just go in the dumpster, but here's what we got. And this is all promising. We're actually starting to curl a little earlier than I would have thought. So, a little bit more room, a little bit more downside is okay. It's fine. We got plenty of room for it. We can handle it. And that might be actually a little bit ideal. Wouldn't mind getting these lower targets hit, but honestly, I'd really like to just retest that candle, or at least a wick. That would be good. 62.48 sounds good to me. This I would already be in because 6603 would have been a buying opportunity. All right, and even if you front run it a little bit, you would have been like 66, 25, 40, whatever. It's fine. Now, no telling if this is going to do this, this 205%, but that's the next target, right? So that's, I mean, that's what we're looking at. Yeah, a full one retrace from down below here would put us at 16,705. A little bit of confluence on the retrace kickback, you know, for support, kicking over here. So not bad, not bad. Yeah, not much to really not much to say about this except, you know, let's hit the 4 and just see what kind of, yeah, this is great. This is great. That's good. That's a nice slow ride down. Nice slow ride down. Right? It's even following our little arrows. It's a good, nice, slow ride down. It's not like a big, violent smash. This I like to see as well. This is the hourly chart. Right? That's great. Right? Price down. Volume down. Exhaustion in trend. People are getting sick and tired of trading it. They're bored with it. Nobody wants to keep selling, 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 selling. They're all done with it. Let the volume pick back up. Let it proceed to trend. Let's get the reverse and let's push up. All right, so we'll see. You know what I mean? This isn't like, I know somebody said all in, but now what do I say about retest? Snow, I know you can answer this. Wallbanger, I know you can answer this. Where's Saint? Saint, you here? Come on, Saint. I know you're sneaking in there somewhere. Retest, right? What did we do? Look at this channel we got. Big channel. What did we do? What did we do? We smashed out of the channel. And what are we doing? We're retesting it. This is a retest right here. All right? Somebody asked me why I had the box all the way down right here. And I said, well, 3 things. One, you got the 709, which is something I like to use. 709 in confluence with our retest on the channel. And just below, you know, like a little wick, momentum-wise, just below previous structure high. So that's the spot. Now, hopefully it. I'm laughing to myself here, but hopefully it doesn't just do that, you know, because. So clearly, if you're buying a pullback, you want to make sure you're in trend, and I would say we're in trend. We're cool. MTL BTC. Let's take a look. Holy smokes. We have not done a metal chart? No way. I don't know. That doesn't sound right. I could have sworn we just looked at metal like last week sometime, no? I'm sure we did. Was it BTC? Maybe we did maybe it wasn't BTC. ETH? Oh my goodness. MTL ETH. No? What are our options here? Well, I'm sure we didn't check the yuan. Bittrex? No? Alright, well, I mean, I doubt we did. No. Alright, forget it. Alright, MTL, BTC, here we go. Alright, from the very beginning, let's take a look. Weekly chart. Smash it down. Look at that monster lightning bolt here. Alright, so what do we got? We got one of those little elf. We got an elf foot pattern here. Good range down at the bottom, even on the weekly, so that's cool. Nice, steady downward. That's excellent. So here's what we got. Range-wise, a little bit large on this one, but that's okay. We'll zoom in on that in just a second. Overall, weekly RSI is up, so that's exciting for some people. Volume on weekly has been steadily rising, except the last 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks went down a little bit, and then a nice big push back up. So let's bring in our orange for our hazard lights here. Overall trend, I don't think anybody is gonna say that this is in an uptrend. I'm sure we can all agree it is not. However, it did break long-term line. Nothing exciting though. See, when you get this kind of sideways drift, it's very boring. Very boring. So in other words, you should have had a reaction. So look at this. You came down, price reverse, you had a nice retrace, good deal. You came down another little bit, a higher low, so you're like, all right, yeah, we're in trend now, a big uptrend move. Then you got stopped out, so it became a symmetrical triangle. You push back up, and then you had a reaction. And that happened. So that's a big deal. For me, I do that. Because that's a big deal. All right, you had this whole move down here, and then price actually stopped, hesitated for a little bit. You got a little bit of a move. You sort of played trend, and then when you broke, nothing. And look at when you broke a decent volume above average, and nothing happened. So it's scary. You don't want to see that, right? That means there's no interest. Nobody cares, right? That's the problem. So here we go. People are gonna start caring. That would be ideal. This shows that people are very interested. Volume is up in a way that shows there's interest. Now we have quite the opposite over here that we just looked at. Look at that. Volume down, price up. What happened? You lost it. You lost it on higher volume. Okay? There was no interest in bringing this up. No interest. The interest fell. Exhaustion of trend. And what happened? Volume came in for the selling. Volume came in for the selling and the pushback. And you lost it over here. Volume came in for a pushback. So there's an interesting level right here that I don't know anything about yet. That's an interesting level. For whatever reason, that got the buyers back in to make another move here. Now, as far as oh man, geez, this is just not. It's not a pretty chart. Let's see what we got here. What do we got right there? Pretty good, actually. Pretty good. Okay, so yeah. All right, well, you know the deal, right? I got to break range. I got to break range and retest. This is not. It's not super pretty. And it's not great. Let's see. All right, so we came down, we tested 19, tested 15, and then dropped to 14. So 19, 15, 14, so the difference is getting less and less. On the high side, what do we have? 64, we creeped to 66, and then we just breached 70. What happened when we breached 70? We breached 70 and dumped the next day, retested, failed, came down. Okay. All right. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You almost got a double bottom. I'm not gonna We're not going to go crazy on this one. Let's see here. Let's lock this up. All right, so let's see. From our bottom, something like that. Something like that. Jeez. Something like that. That's quick. Whoops. Hey, get out of here. Yeah. So I mean that's real quick. But this will just give us a ballpark, something to actually look at here. All right, stop that. Stop it. There we go. Let me adjust that down. I'm gonna go to the body top over here. This will sort of bring this guy into play a little bit. Don't wanna fake it, but want something that makes a little bit more sense. This could have been a good flip line, but it never happened. I would imagine this is going to come into play right here. If we do come up, we're going to end up testing this, get some type of reaction off of it. So it's the world's ugliest triangle, but I'll tell you what, with that candle, we'll probably end up doing that. This would make a little bit more sense. Level things off a little bit. Tiny bit of a false breakout, more of a retest, and stab on that. So this will give us our descending triangle. So you keep testing the top, and you keep testing the bottom, bottom. So 3 touches on the bottom, 3 touches on the top. Look for breakout play, breakout, comeback, retest, future highs. All right, future highs for me, again, like I just explained, I wouldn't take that last trade. I wouldn't be taking this one either, unless you're a range trader. If you're a range trader, this would be your bread and butter. Right? You would play this move up. Let's get rid of all this stuff now because it's all useless. You would play this move up, and you would sell at the top of range or front run a little bit. All right, for me, I still need this. I need to be out of range first. But for me, if I did want to make that play, right, it's a 37% potential gain. I mean, it's pretty damn good. If it was, for me, I would need to see some break above, you know, like a pullback play for a retest, right? And then this. And then I'm fine. Then I'll take it even though we're still in range. I just know that I'm not shooting for the stars. My targets would be very low, and I would front run range like more in the ballpark of this area, only because of previous plays that have failed. All right, something like that. So I don't remember who asked for metal, but that's what I got for you. All right, let me go back over to the chat. Just catching up on the chat real quick. Let me pop the scanner back up. See if you guys see anything interesting. All right. I had to catch up on some reading there. Yeah, what? And I already forgot. Dash. Yeah, Dash USD. We'll check it out. All right, so Ricky, after charting, and the price scanner is all green still, I checked the 1-day MACD, and other indicators are turning down, even though short time frames are up. Do you trust a scanner to take the trade? I do not take trades off of the scanner. Ever. The scanner gets me on the chart. I take trades off of my TA. That's it. It's the only time I ever take a trade. I have to see it. I have to like it. It has to fit within my guidelines. If it doesn't, then there's no trade. Not for me. Just like this. Like if I was really sharpening my range trading skills, which I kind of am, so I mean I should be taking this trade. But I'm also a pattern and a breakout trader, right? So I fall under a lot of different categories. So I would take this trade, right, if I get what I want. So if I get a breakout and a retest on a pattern, then I'll take the trade off of the pattern. If I was a range trader, I would be taking the trade basically anywhere over the 10 or 20% line up to top of range. Sell early 5%. So the scanner gets me onto the chart, right? After that, it's up to me to make the decision, just like it's up to you guys to make the decision. Once you take a look at something over here and you say, all right, well, let me just swing over into the daily view and see what's cooking over here. Say, all right, is anybody all lit? Do we have a full 8 dark green? No, not one. It's not one of them. Closest one is VIA. We already looked at the chart. Too much pump and dump for me. Not doing it. ADX would be the next one. 11 million market cap, 400 on volume. Like all these are getting considered. Everything gets considered before I ever do anything. Things are a little bit different on stream because I try to streamline things a little bit. I keep very few tabs open when I stream to try to save the computer from just lighting on fire in front of me. But yeah, typically I'll do this. So I'll add that to the watch list. Something that looks interesting. I'll go to the watch list. I'll swing over the RSI. I'll see what's shaking over here. Okay, nothing peaked out. All right, so nothing's in that scary range. We're looking at a 3-day move, 24 up. That meets criteria. 36 down. That meets criteria. So therefore, we haven't quite hit the 382 yet. We got a nice 20% pop. We're headed down towards the 382, so I'm expecting some kind of pullback, which means I would expect the 5 and the 15 and the 30 to be at least under 50 or getting closer to 50. All right. So the 53 to 56, 57, these are all, one is lower than the other, which is lower than the other, which is lower than the other, which tells me the lower time frames are headed down, which tells me what? We're in a pullback. All right. After 3 days, 72 hours of trading, we made a 24% gain. So I'm cool with all of that. Right? The 4, 6, 12, and daily, they're all above the 50 line, above the 50 center line. That's all super cool. And now I can swing over to the volume scanner. And I can say, all right, well, what's volume like and what has it been like? Right? We're trading volume 515 in current day, 24 hours. The prior 24 hours before that, this 515 is showing we're 176% over liquid, right? On top of market cap. So we're almost now 20 something. We'll call it 20 million, right? 20 million trading volume. That's fantastic. So this is an increase from 2 days ago. This is an increase from a 3-day average. This is an increase from a 7-day. So all of that goes into consideration. Then I say, now I'm going to pull up the chart. Sorry, Snow. ADX, BTC. Snow, I didn't forget. I'll get you. Don't be mad. I got to explain this. All right, so now that I have the chart open, now I got to start doing a little TA. Now it's on me, right, to do TA. So I already painted this a while back, right? This is a diamond bottom. Diamond bottom is a pattern. So a diamond bottom off of a significant move down, I'm watching. I'm excited, right? This is what I'm looking at. So now I say, okay, we got zones in here. This is cool. If I had the breakout play, which we did, right? So this is a diamond bottom that broke out perfectly, right? This is my buy, right? This is my target, 103. All right, so 103% getting up to its first level of horizontal support resistance. But again, if I was back here, or when I'm on the chart, like what did you say? MACD told you no dice, so it's fine. So let me go over here. Let me add a MACD. All right, we'll do this. We'll throw it on. Oh dear Lord, you got to be kidding! On screen? What? Live? Oh, well, I can't even mess with it. Wrong chart, so don't worry about it. Well, RSI, let's just say RSI. So RSI right here, right? We had our up, we had our up, we had our up, we had up, 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 right? And now we didn't quite make up. If we do reverse course, I could say, okay, swing failure. RSI is telling me to get out, right? RSI is telling me get out of Dodge. Let's just say, right, for example. So if that's the case, it doesn't matter what any of this told me, because none of this is telling me to take a trade. None of this says take the trade. It says open the chart. Open the chart. Open this chart, right, over the other 299. That's the beauty, right? The beauty is the amount of time you save, right? So all charts, 300 something pairs between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tether. It's not even including the BNB pairs that you can trade that aren't on the scanner, right? Smash it down, 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 all the way down. All those charts, let's just say, I won't have to open any of them, right? If I can weed out the ones that don't look like they're interesting enough, or they haven't made a big enough move, or nothing's happening, or they're just making lower lows, whatever the case may be, they're out of trend, you know, they're doing something weird like this, you know, well, that's MTL, but they're doing something like weird like this, where there's no, you know, clear trend, right? It's just something's happening, and it's cooking on the 5 so far, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm on the chart, now all your TA comes to play, all of it. Now, whatever you are, you're a trend-based trader, you're a reversal, you're a pullback trader, you're a range trader, you're a scalper, you're a 1-5, you're an intraday. It doesn't matter, right? Whatever your TA would tell you to do here, now that you're on the chart. That's the real beauty, is it gets you to the chart that's hopefully interesting enough, or at least has a higher probability of being interesting, without wasting your time and doing this, right? Spacebar, 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 right? Over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Until you, well, I'm in the wrong watch list. But let's say you were in a watch list, right? And then you just scroll through, and you're like, all right, interesting, 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 interesting. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, okay, I might have a play here. Let me do this. Let me check the 4. Let me check the 1. Let me check the 12. Let me check the daily. Scope the weekly real quick. You know what I mean? You won't have to do all that. All right, that was my rant. I got a rant. I got a one rant a night. And I don't know who asked for it, but there you go. That's your rant. Ricky Thompson, that's your fault. Oh, man. Nice. Let's see. No rush. What are we looking at? Engine? Okay. SNT. All good. You always ignore. I didn't ignore G-Byte. We got to do dash first. KMD, SNT. Looks like pump. Okay. We'll scope out a few of those in a minute. You know, Snow, we do this all the time. Why do we not have a chart? What is the deal? Is it you said USD, right? Did you mean Tether? Ay, dash. Let's see. Is this our chart? Bittrex? Hopefully. LOL. Yeah. All right. Well, let me know if it's. We should have a chart. That's what. Okay. Yes. All right. Trex. You know what? Why don't we put this in a watch list? All right. There we go. All right, I feel better. So what do we got here? Overall, obviously clear. Why do we not have? We don't have a trend line on here, Snow. This it's like almost like somebody else charted it. What's going on here? Okay, so let's at least put some type of trend on here. I think that would be ideal, just to get an idea of some future stuff. Nice little symmetrical triangle. That's good. All right, so we came down sharp turn, double bottom, double U bottom with a double bottom. Popped up, created a range of accumulation, created a double range with a lower level. So you got your first level of range up top. That's your upper level, and then you got a lower level range right here. That's your lower level range. So we didn't go back to revisit that, so that is a good sign. Coming up on one push up and a fail, another push up and a fail. This is why I harp on the retest, right? You want to retest it. So I guess we put this up here. If it does come down, right, you never want a long into resistance. And since you got resistance coming right up, it's a shorter play. Still 18%. I mean, that's awesome, but you got heavy levels of resistance that are going to want to get tested right at that level. So before you go smashing through levels, you might have some hesitation to play. Not to mention long-term trend. All right. So on the smaller scale, this is what we got, at least for right now. This is daily. So let's do something similar to that. And then we got this. So you know what? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this because we can see the pattern already. And it's going to be this right here. All right. Look at that. All the way across the top. Back down. All right. This is an ascending. So the last one was a descending. This is an ascending triangle. Just means that you're getting crushed at the top. Right? You're getting stopped out of the top, the top, the top, the top. Resistance zone is strong. But you're increasingly making higher lows. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So eventually you're going to get yourself to an apex where you've crushed price so much that it needs to spring out of here. Now, generally speaking, this should break up. Will it? Who knows? We're currently in a local uptrend, so we can put a trend down here and do something like that. And that's okay. So currently in a local up, we're also in range, right? And we're in a heavy, heavy macro downtrend. I mean, there's no denying that. Even this right here, right, failure to make another high. So you're also in a swing failure. All right, which then gives you a symmetrical triangle on the short term, something like that. Not a very good one. I don't even know if we should draw it, but let's do that anyway. And we will do this so that you can see it. There you go. All right, so there's a lot happening here. Snow. A lot happening here. So we got range, right? Range, but it's double range. So range above range, which is good. You're at least on the next level of range. Excuse me. You have a larger symmetrical triangle in play. Only one touch to the top, so it's not valid until you get the second touch to the top, so not a valid one. Two touches to the bottom, so your bottom trend is valid. All right, so a valid trend to the bottom side with, I don't know what is going on here. Within your symmetrical, you have an ascending. So you do have an ascending where price is rising, making higher lows. It's getting smashed down at this level right here in the 83.92 range. Apex is coming up soon. You're going to need to, if you're on the upside, you got to smash through and smash through the next one. So hopefully you hit your head right here. You come back for a quick retest. And then hopefully your first target is this 168 zone, which 100 all by itself will be a mental, just a mental zone anyway, because we're on a USD chart. All right. Good snow? Hopefully. All right, let's see. I know I missed a few here. Engine, right? Yeah, so engine, KMD. Let's take a look at that. ENG. Engine. BTC. Okay. Engine. BTC. All right, so this was a dual thought here because, yeah, because we're at historical levels and we don't have any area of reference. Here's what I did. I gave 2 markers, 2 thoughts, 2 ideas. And the reason for that was we don't have levels to go by. We had to create levels. All right, so based off of what I saw, we touched down at the 4236. All right. When we came back up, I said, well, that's pretty high. We'll probably find hesitation on our previous body high. We did. We started coming back down and said, well, maybe the 2618. And I said, you know what? If not the 2618, it would make sense if we made our way back to the 1618. The 1618 is right here. And the bottom of my zone is just above what was once the all-time high. All right, but more specifically the 1618. So I'm cool with this. Engine's not scaring me just yet. This is all right. Come down. The 2618 zone. I didn't take the order. I said that I would watch it. See the strength of movement as it came down. I wasn't around. I ended up working too much, so I missed it. Which is fine because I didn't have buy orders in anyway. But this next level here, now that I'm watching, I would be looking a little bit closer at that zone, see if it hits. If it hits and everything else is looking okay, like volume, maybe RSI, see what's shaking over here. So yeah, I would check a few things out and see if it's good. This is a swing failure on the 4-hour. So the way a swing failure works, now typically you wouldn't be this drastic about it, but you can if you want. But it would be more in this vein, so to speak, be something similar to that. So if and when you came down and broke this level, right, then you would be out of the trade or short or sell your positions, whatever the case may be. This is a real swing failure when we painted this when we were just coming up here. So as we were approaching, I said, okay, if we cross 70, but we don't get above 72.9, consider that a swing failure, and then this would have been down here like that, and then you would have had this line to deal with. And the second you cross that line, see, that would have been great because you crossed it, you got a retest, and then push down. But that didn't happen. It continued up. So anyway, I'm not worried about this. I'm okay with this. It's a risky play because it's a dramatic drop. But overall, I mean, we can still measure just this. So why don't we do that? We'll just measure just this move. So we'll swing it down to our bottom level here. This is our top zone right here. Right? And what do we got? Cross over to 618. We're approaching the 709. Even if we blast through that zone, I'm cool. I would buy the 786 as well. Alright? Because we're still in trend. Still a much higher low. Now, worst case scenario is swing all the way down and retest structure high. Yikes. And then you're all the way down here. Then you're all the way down to 29.43. And at that point is when you start burning some traders. And they may not help you push the next zone. But my next target, 10,680. That would be my next target. And that's based off the 823. Alright? Alright, so that is, what is that? Engine. Cool. SNT. SNT? Okay. Let's take a look. SNT. Oh, status. Okay. I wasn't recognizing it. I have never charted this. All right, so we got to go through my thing again. All right, so here we go. Lock it up, lock it up. Horizontals. Real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. It's good enough for me. I'm going to tighten this guy up. I want to get that body level right there. That's good. That looks good. Let's see how it looks on the daily. Swing it over. Looks okay. Nice little retrace action. So probably could be a little bit lower or actually a little higher. So it's definitely a zone, right? There's certainly not one level. It's a zoned area. That's good. That's real good. Good push down. Good retrace. Find a resistance up top. That's fantastic. Good levels down here. Haven't quite hit those lows. I'm sure people are thinking about that. But let's take a look at this range. This is beautiful. This is great. This is great. 210 days in range. Tell me this thing ain't ready to fly. Let's see what we got here. Let's mark it out. Something like that. Ballpark. I might even consider that dip too low. Could be like double range. Yeah, that's the range right here. Check that out. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. It's probably pointless to throw a trend on here because there ain't a whole lot to trend. I mean, we could. Let's see what we got as far as like a falling wedge or something. Like similar to that. So if we broke a channel out of here. No. Nah, not really. I mean, you can't, like, it's a channel. That's just disgusting, though. That's no break. Nothing we want to leave on the chart. It just looks gross. What else we got? Possible on the lift for the low. No. Nope. Listen. No need to force it, right? You never need to force it. So even like these are too like sharp. The slope is too strong. So if we were able to hit that down, trend line's going to come down and do what? Show us that we just went sideways? That doesn't do anything for us. All right, so here we go. Daily. Range. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful range. 210 days in range. What do we got here? We got one breakout attempt. Instant fail. False support. Massive shooting star. Spinning top follow. Spinning top follow. And then we lose it. We lose it and we instantly don't... yeah, all right. We got some hesitation on previous structure. That's nice. Come down. Tap down right on range. Push up a little bit. Didn't even make previous structure. Came back down a little bit. Found support again. Same spot. Double bottom. Good push to the top. Top brings us to the top of range. Fail 1. Fail 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll call it the dirty dozen. All right, we'll say that that was the 12th attempt at range and the 12th fail. So, again, like always, I need to see us break that. I would like just get a quick measurement here and see what we got going on as far as that low is concerned. So when we did push up, right, that was a 382 push. That's awesome. And believe it or not, 236 is in range. Now that's just for this move. It's just for this move, and that move is off of a retrace. So it's not even like, it's not even a good spot. I don't know why I did that. This is the better spot. Right there. Okay. So it would be more of a test of a 236. 236 almost confirms ranged out area. That's pretty good. It actually does. 236 was the level on the retrace from the push down. And then we just failed to do anything with it from there. So overall, I mean, this is cool. I love these charts. This is great. I would have to take a look at like market cap on something like this. You know, if it's one of those like massively low, under $1 million, I probably won't play it. But if it has some respectable trading volume, could be interesting. Yeah, it's going to be more like that. Right? Symmetrical with a push. Getting the retest now. That's cool. Yeah, overall this is good. This is good. I'll add this to the list. We'll add that to the list. Let's get overall on this real quick. Alright, so 236 is in a real good spot. Support, flip, resistance, retest, fail. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. So who wouldn't want to at least, even if the coin's dead, who wouldn't want to retest 236 for 152%? Now, of course, me, I won't because I'll get top of range. So, 110. Yeah, 110 would be great. This is nice. I like this chart. This is good. This is good. Not much to do with it for me just yet. You could play range if you're a range trader. You're down here. I would expect a little bit more selling. Try to get some kind of reaction, even though this trend is very haphazard. And yeah, you know, don't use this trend line. This trend line's gross. It's more just like a pattern, like that. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, expect a little bit more selling. Maybe come back down to previous candle body low, and then another push back up. One of these pushes is gonna push past. Be looking for this exact scenario, except finding support and pushing off, not failing. Failure does nothing for us. All right, but that's pretty good. Good work, whoever brought that up. Is that wall banger? Wall banger, well done. I think it's unless somebody asked for it before. Let's see. Chart, yes. Head and shoulders and crash for dash. Dash isn't so dashing. SNT 74 million market cap. Wall banger. Excellent. That's excellent. Somebody said it looks like Pump a Dump coin. Let's see. Well, it does have some of the characteristics for sure, right? But the bodies are nice. Less pumpy dumpy, right? I'll show you why. You had a big push up and a pullback. Big push up and a pullback. Big push up, big push down, settled in the middle. Big push up and a pullback. This whole move right here is calculated. This is okay. It's an 81% move up, right? And you had 1, 2, 3, 4 pullbacks all within it. It's just that this coin pullbacks in the same day. Doesn't take 2-3 days to pull back. It pullbacks inside of 24 hours. Right? This big move with the body candle, micro wick. Came back down right here. So this, just that move right there, right, up 100%. There's no way that's 50. Let's check this out real quick. We'll go from the bottom just to the top of that. Just that one candle pushed down 50. So you gave back 50% on that big push. The actual move started here. Okay? So that one candle came down to the 236. No big deal. All right? Now, just because a candle, just because a chart pumps like this and doesn't reverse and go back in a trend, right, doesn't mean that it's pumping up. There's no trend. You know what I mean? This is parabolic. You have to expect it's going to come down. Now, it never came back up. It never came back up. But it's in trend. It's just in a downtrend. Right? You got lower highs, lower lows, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, range. Consolidation, accumulation. 210 days so far. So picture that like a spring, right? And you're just like, here's one end of the spring, right? You tell your buddy to walk for 210 days, right? And when you let go, right? You let go, he's going for it. So you're collecting all this energy right here, and you had days where it pushed up, you know, volume pushed up either on buy or sell. These all look like big buy candles, but that could very easily be a couple new people getting in. There's some new information on SNT, you know, a mainnet launch or whatever. But since we're in such a beat market right now, it just doesn't do much. You know, this candle up 22%. That's awesome. You just can't maintain the momentum. You don't have enough people behind you to do it. It's like the one guy in the classroom who starts to slow clap, right? And nobody joins him. So he's just like, oh, shit. And then he just loses everything, you know, because he's like, well, I'm not holding this fort up by myself. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. All right. Before we do anything, let's take a look. This is our daily punishment. When when you're like sick growing up, and you know you got to take that like super gross cough syrup every day for, you know, whatever, a couple days. This is the cough syrup. G-Bites are cough syrup. Okay, so we are still within our ascending triangle. We were hoping for support on our historical line. However, that obviously didn't play out. So now we have to go to the bottom and find support on our pattern. And if you don't find support on the pattern, well, then we got a problem. All right, so let's see. Every time we broke this support line, we came down. We eventually made it to the bottom of the pattern. We pushed all the way back up to the top of the pattern, came back down, found support, lost it, flipped it properly, came back down. This time, didn't make it all the way down to the bottom of the pattern. So a bit of a front run over here. If you are looking to get back in on the low side, you might need to buy early. Came back up, smashed its head on resistance, came back down only a little bit. Previous structure highs right here. I need like a, here we go. Check this out. Bam. So right here, previous structure. It's good. Push back up through it. Another attempt to break out of it. First major attempt. This one not so much. First major attempt to break out of it. Failed. Kind of found support right here for a day. Not so much. Lost it. And now we're looking for it to actually end up down here again before finding support and pushing back up again. So when you push back up again, I would imagine you're going to find resistance. Maybe even have to come back down, retest, and then a push up. So something more like this could be likely. Okay. That's a possibility. In which case you might even go back and retest this trend. But every time you're on the upside with the trend, you smash through it. So don't worry about it. All right. That would actually give you a nice W bottom. Good pattern. And then rock and roll. All right. Good, Snow? I know, and I'm, and I'm super happy for that. Marcos, what's up? And look, if you could trade G-Byte all day long on a 1 hour chart, then do it. You know what I'm saying? Do it. If you're profitable in trading, then trade. Trade what you're profitable in trading. Of course. Always do that. This chart looks disgusting though. If we did maybe a 4 hour chart, we'd have a little bit more activity. Not, well, yeah. I mean, enough to look at. Enough to look at. All right? So there you go. G-Byte, your daily dose. Oh, man. All right, let's take a look at, KMD. All right. Let's take a look at KMD, and then that'll probably wrap it up. So KMD, BTC. No, okay. I was going to say, there's no way we don't have this chart. All right. Let's go on the daily real quick. Take a better look. Okay, so here we go. This is a good example of what we would like to see G-Byte do for everybody's souls to be at peace. Okay. Here we go. Ascending, triangle, up. Came down, break, up, smash through. Previous attempt failed. Right? Found support down below. Push back up. Had a nice move up. Right? Found resistance somewhere up in this zone. Came back down, but didn't quite retest it. You know how I always get about that. So that's when the buy order goes in, right down here. Push back up again, made a higher high. That's good. And what did we do? We retested it. Perfect retest. If that retest wasn't enough, we pushed back up, came back down for a proper retest. Perfect. And then we came up, pushed back down again. So I'm looking for this to hold as support. Previous structure highs have already been tested right here. Should be green light to go. Let's see what we got right here. Volume headed down. Well, let's see, it was going up and then now down. So mostly down. So volume down, price down is it's usually not good. Right? That usually means further lows. Okay, so we will have to. Oh, I'm sorry. No, what? Oh, jeez. Volume down. Volume down. Volume down. Losing interest. Ooh. Losing interest as the price goes down. So that's good. Except you did have all of this in the beginning. So really not so much. This is just your lower level volume right here. Under average. It's just showing like nobody's really interested in this at the current moment. Let's zoom out just a little bit and get trend in here. So let's see. Big, choppy, massive range zone. Nothing super crazy. World's ugliest inverse head and shoulders. I don't even think we'll point that out because it's too ugly. Close to a triple top. Almost a double top. Let's see. Yeah, almost a double top. I don't like this. I gotta get my cross back. Let's see. Double top. Yeah, alright, we'll call it a double top. So, good double top. Didn't quite get the reaction you were expecting. And then a nice push up with a retrace to the 5. This is alright. This is okay. Yeah. KMD. I'm cool with KMD. Cool with KMD. We would expect, I don't know why we don't have horizontals on here. Oh. Let's see. Let's throw this over here. Let's hit this over here. Let's see what we got as far as... Oh, we do have a few. They're just all on the low side. Oh, it's sometimes I don't even paint these if there's no reason to just yet. Try to keep the chart somewhat clean, but, that don't always happen. It's a mess. I know. It's all right. All right, so anyway, this is the weekly. Let's head down to the 4. Something like that. Okay. That's good. A failure on the low. 1, 2. Let's see what that pullback is here. Let's see what we got right here. 618. Is it? Yes, it is. All right, so we're painting ourselves a nice pattern. So we're going to drop it from X, right? The very first one, to A. X to A. This is your first move up. Right? Your B should be a 618 retracement from that move. So from X to A, you should be getting a 618. 618 retracements right here. Now, you can start looking for C. This is C right here in my hand. All right. C should either be a 382 or an 886. And we got a 618. So now we're looking at a cipher and no longer a Gartley. But look at that. A perfect 618. So this could also be a 3 drives. There's so many things it could be. And look at that. Another 618. Yikes. This is as scary as it gets. All right. So now that we got that, we can go ahead and do that. And then we're going to do this. Is that fair? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But this is good. Let's see, like a 618, 618, 618. This should be a 3 drives. So I believe the next move should be up again. It would be equivalent to another 618, and then another push down for another 618, and then it would be bullish after that. I believe you got to do it 3 times. Hence the name 3 drives. But let me see what this is right here off the top to bottom to get that idea. Of course, it might not be that one. It's more of a 5 right here. So down and then up. So that's our first retrace. So down and then up, and here's your 618. Perfect. Let's do this right here. So here's your 618. Bang. Look at that. Oh, what did I do? Bang. There we go. Cool. All right, so we got some stuff. Yeah. How often that 618 shows up. So from our top, this was our swing failure. All right, let me try to explain this for a second. It's right here. That's our swing failure leg. Right here. Failed to make a higher high. We push down. This is your retrace. Right? The opposite of a pullback. That's your retrace. You push back down. This is your retrace. Right? That's your second retrace in the leg. This is the one that set up the bigger drop. Then you had hesitation, and then you had, let's just call this your current local low. Right? So taking this level down to this level, you get a 618 right here, which is this 618 right here. Okay, which is also perfect because the next 618 is the opposite. Right, so from X to A, using that 618, you create another 618. You push back up to the C. The C ends up being a 618 of A to B. Right, and then B to C to D is now another 618. So from X to A, your B and your D shows a double bottom. Right. So the next move is up, or at least should be, and you're looking at least to get back to C. So it would make sense to do this. Why can't I get my, there we go. 5%, so nothing crazy. Nothing crazy, but not bad. Now, if you're to do this and say that your target was the 127 or the 1618, then you would be looking more like 14. Okay? So, again, nothing crazy, but it's cool. It's just something that you could see while we're here goofing off in our little in our little buy box over here on the 4-hour chart. All right, well, anyway, make a long story short, yeah, I'm cool with this. Came up, nice 5-0 pullback, Looks like we're hanging out there for a little bit. Everybody's just meeting the family. It's all good. It's all good. Look for continuation, hopefully. Snow, thank you indeed. Love your lessons. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining me. I do very much appreciate it. Had a good time tonight. Got a little dinner in, so I have to definitely got to work on the timing of that one. Hopefully the mic issues are okay. I think you guys just heard me talk on the other side while I check the chat. I'm pretty far away because I'm at the other computer when I do that. So if it's been good since, then just go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys floating around. I want to see you guys on the exchanges. Probably not Binance because they'll be shut down for maintenance. And until then, happy trading.